LMA local government area in Obiakpo and in some parts of Port Harcourt. Many thanks, Tokwe. How's it been for you today?
Yeah, thank you, Sean. You know, this similar case here that's happening here also happened at LMA local government area where I visited quite some hours ago. You know, the problem of late arrival of materials is the major problem there. We have large turnout of voters who were there waiting to vote. They said they've been there since like 8 a.m. in the morning, but up till around 11 a.m. when I was still there, no trace of election materials and no trace of INEC officials in any of the polling units around LMA, especially somewhere they call Aleto community around there. You know, I tried to speak to some of the youths around there. I spoke to the president of LMA Youth Council there, and he said everybody there is willing to vote, but they're worried that as at 11 o'clock, no INEC official is present there. And he also said they are willing, you know, to for a free and fair election. But in any case where INEC wants to play any irregularity in this election, they will not.
All right, maybe we should listen to him. Let's take a listen to that youth leader in LMA, what he has to say about this process.
Aleto Ileme. Well, you can see we are ready to cast our votes. We are expecting, we are aware that the material is on its way coming. So we are ready to cast our votes. We are waiting for the material to arrive.
So, you know, INEC told us they were going to be called, and this is 10 o'clock. Are you not worried as of now? INEC has not
we are worried, but the information available to us is that they are done with the sorting of materials. And the material is on the way coming. So for now, I think there's no need for alarm now. We expect that the INEC will do the proper thing. But where INEC feels that they want to favor any political party, you can see that we have that capacity to resist any form of malpractice. So we are ready for a peaceful, credible, and fair election.
Okay,
All right, that's the youth leader in LMA local government, where you talk about Channel Television correspondent on the ground over there, where he monitored and covered. That's one side of the story. That is one local government, one community in LMA local government. I remember the last time that I covered election in LMA local government, we saw a burning of buses and assault on election officials. Did you see any form of violence in that area?
Yeah, I didn't see any form of violence, but I think I want to use this opportunity to also call security operatives to move down there, because when I was there, I saw very large crowd of youths.
All right, just a moment, Doctor. What we've been waiting for in these three polling units have just arrived. It's about 20 minutes after 1 p.m. and the materials are just coming. Okay, so hope on the rising for these people in this area who have been waiting for 6 hours or so, and materials are just arriving. Did you see this kind of experience in other parts? For example, you were in Obiakpo.
Yeah, I was in Obiakpo, and in particular, I was in Umubekwe, community in Obiakpo local government area. And they told me voting was already ongoing there, and they told me the materials arrived very early at about 8 a.m. this morning, and that this is a policy of INEC. Voting and registration simultaneously. So they started voting early, and as at around 1, when I was still there, they were still voting, and the presiding officer was already telling them that in 1 hour 30 minutes after, they are going to round off the voting and they'll start counting. But there, the voting there was peaceful. It went on well, and they used the card reader the card reader wasn't giving any problems, and everything went well in Obiakpo local government area.
Naturally, you will notice that 2 p.m. naturally should be the time where they should be rounding up voting, because it's simultaneous voting process where accreditation and voting will go simultaneously, but it's just it's 20 p.m. now, and for some of these people, voting will just commence for them. It's going to be a long day, I promise. But in Obiakpo, let's take a listen to what some of the voters in Obiakpo have to say about the exercise.
Very fair, and there's no problem. It's moving accordingly how you're supposed to move. There's no problem here. Everybody will come and vote, accredit and vote and go, leave the place and go, hang around. After this one, after we'll have about 1 hour 30 minutes now. After 1 hour 30 minutes, that's why if they vote, they will go outside and stand outside and wait for them to count their votes. Yeah, they started early. They come here around 7:30 to 8. That's when they started. This is Ward 6, and it's Obiakpo local government. And this is the Unit 11.
All right, in Obiakpo, one of the other local government areas that Channels Television is monitoring the elections. One area, of course, is movement, because you know that movement are not allowed on this day for the better part of the day. But I mean, the information that we have and the experience that we have seen today is that there is sort of tension in terms of security. Did you experience that? You told me off the camera that you were sort of assaulted or attacked on your way here
by some irate youths. Yeah, you know, one thing I'm going to give to security operatives in this election is that there were every presence of security operatives everywhere where they're conducting this election. And so, you know, it will also pose something to the youths, you know, maybe the voters also. For example, when I was going to LML local government, you know, as a journalist, I had free access, you know. The only thing they would just check my ID card and my INEC accreditation card, you know. But when I was coming back, you know, at a point around Kibaha and Gokana local government area, irate youths over 100 just came around and they were trying to attack our vehicle until I had to identify myself and told them I'm a Channels correspondent, and they now said, okay, well, are you the police? Are you where are the police? Where, you know? We had to just find our way out of that place at that point. And just few meters away from where the youths were just displaying their skills and everything, you know, and we saw them, the security operatives, like few meters away from them, trying to prevent them from crossing over to the other side. You know,
it's been a very eventful day, Tokwe. Many thanks for your observation and the coverage. My colleague, Eyi Tokwe Kutei, who's been monitoring the election. Let's get a sense of what has happened today. The SPO, I understand, is here. Let's get a sense of what exactly has happened today and why some of the materials are just coming now. Many thanks for coming on Channels Television. What is your name? I understand that you are the SPO here.
Yeah, well, I happen to be the SPO for this ward, Ward 9, Gokanapo. All I can say at this moment is that we are sorry. It is not in our making that we have to delay some of the units. But as you're seeing, we are doing our best to make sure that everything is working fine.
Your best for some of these voters is not enough because they've waited here since 7 a.m. We saw them when we arrived here at over 6:30 a.m. when we were setting up our equipment here. We've seen a lot of them who have left their houses and seeing that other voters are voting and they cannot vote. They need an explanation. What exactly happened?
Well, I can't go into details of what happened.
They will need details. You can tell us details. We'll have it all the time.
But let me be very brief. I have to tell you that in all the elections that have been conducted, you can't totally say that in all the units that the card readers will function. The only problem that we happen to have here is that at the long run, the card readers themselves, the battery just went off, and in some units we have to deliver the materials and get them starting.
No, but this is not the case of card reader. It is a case that you did not bring the ballot papers here.
Well, you must also understand that this is a very volatile area.
If you are able to bring ballot papers and ballot materials to other polling unit points here, I mean the explanation of why you left the other ones here.
Have you gone back to check? Have you gone back to check in those places where there was no voting if they have not actually started?
And we're talking about these 3 units where it has been delayed.
The 3 units have actually started. So please confirm.
They're just starting now. We just seen them. You just arrived about 5 minutes ago.
The most important thing is that they are going to vote, and we are all going to live here.
Many thanks for your effort. Many thanks for your effort, but you still have not told us the reason why it has been delayed.
Thank you very much for having me with Channels.
Thank you so much. Well, the SPO, we're trying to get explanation. What exactly has delayed the process from taking place up until this moment, 1:26 p.m. And this is what we've seen. But we take a short break. When we take this short break, when we come back, we will hear from another Channels TV correspondent what has happened in other local government, like Eche local government. Very interesting area, volatile, some people will say. When we come back, more on that. Join us again.
The men and women that make decisions.